99 Nights in the Forest. You've probably played it at least once already, whether you had fun with it or absolutely hated it. I think we can all agree that it's one of the games of all time. But for the 6.7% of people who clicked on this video and don't know what 99 Nights in the Forest is, let me explain this game to you 100% accurately. At its core, 99 Nights in the Forest is a Roblox game created by Cracky4 where you have to survive 99 nights in a forest while avoiding this deer that eats kids, cultists that want your head, an overpowered owl monster, and aliens for some f***ass reason, all while kidnapping children, destroying wildlife, and ignoring every United Nations convention while you genocide every single animal. Sure, it's slightly more complicated than that, but at a basic level, 99 Nights in the Forest is just Minecraft in Roblox, except you can't go out at night because there's a bunch of monsters out there that'll want to kill you. I mean, you can craft stuff, you can cut down trees, there's animals for you to either kill or befriend, cultists with weapons, farming and harvesting, and people for you to enslave for your benefit. And this all might sound easy to do, but trust me, it's actually surprisingly difficult, especially the cultists if you're fighting them with one of the axes, since whenever you try to attack them, you just get damaged yourself. And that's total bullshit. But other than that, this game shouldn't be too hard if you don't throw yourself at 100 wolves. The main things that can kill you are the creatures that come out at night, like the deer and the owl. But if you just stay near your fire, then you'll be completely fine, since I guess they're petrified of the tiniest bit of lighting. But even then, you're still gonna have to go out and kill animals so that you can eat and trade. But don't worry, there's a bunch of weapons that you can use to massacre all the animals. You start with a beaten down axe, but you can quickly work your way up to a better axe, a spear, a revolver, rifle, shotgun, flamethrower, and even a ray gun for whatever reason. The combat in this game is also pretty easy, since it's the same as Dead Rails, where you just walk up to the enemy and circle around them because their pathfinding doesn't know what game they're in. This might sound easy enough, but eventually, after enough nights, you're gonna get overwhelmed by all these different monsters that want you dead. So you're gonna have to start getting creative. Sure, you can craft bear traps and be a lame, uncreative loser, but there's much cooler ways to protect your base, such as by literally planting trees around your base since enemies can't break it. Or you can even use shelves as your barricades if you're crazy in the head. So after you're either running away or done genociding all the animals, you're gonna have to start looking for resources, stuff like wood, metal items, coal, food, and children that make days go by faster. The children being in the woods is actually based on a true story. Since in 2023, a plane crashed in the Colombian Amazon, and every single adult that was on the plane died. But you guessed it, 3 kids and 1 baby survived in the Amazon for 40 days. Somehow that got twisted into 99 Days in the Forest when the game was being made, and the rest is history. But I think there's a bit more to this game's development, because I feel like the developer made this game with some sort of power dynamic fetish. I mean, just think about it. What are you even in this forest for? When you start to think about it, you start to understand why this game is so popular, because at its core, you're just playing to terrorize the forest inhabitants while they desperately try to kick you out. It's the perfect game for kids who get bullied in real life to crash out in and run, because at its core, you're the villain in 99 Nights in the Forest. You're not saving these kids, you're kidnapping them away from their safe homes guarded by wolves with color-coded collars on them. The kids only smile when you quote-unquote save them because they're scared of what you'll do to them. I guess the kidnapping kids part is why this game is so popular. Roblox really wants to push their predator propaganda on everyone. You're also invading this place just to survive in it. You cut down all these trees, kill all these bunnies, wolves, and people just trying to talk to you, also that you can quote-unquote survive here. It really doesn't add up. You are the bad guys in this. But morality aside, you're probably wondering if it's actually fun to terrorize a forest and suck up all of its resources for your survival. So let me explain how a typical 99 Nights in the Forest game goes. After you join the game, load in, pick your class from one of the many classes, just pick assassins since they're the best, and create your party for your friends or just for yourself because you have no friends. You'll be loaded into the actual game. At first, you'll be taught the basics like cutting trees, using your giant juicy sack to collect the wood from trees, and then dropping the wood onto your fireplace in order to keep it going. But while you do that, you might notice that the map looks awfully small and claustrophobic since there's these giant walls that surround the map. Well, that's because in order to expand the map, you have to get your campfire level to 100%. Once you do that, the map will expand, revealing more and more important things as the levels increase. When you first level up your campfire, you'll see a board with the locations of missing kids, but just ignore that for now, since you're more important than them. What is important is making sure your fire doesn't go out, so start chopping down more and more trees like your life depends on it. After you chop down a few trees, it'll probably be nighttime for you. Now, I know what you're thinking, the deer is gonna come out and kill me, but don't worry, because even though the deer will come out to try and scare you, it won't actually attack you or anything, at least on the first night. So just continue chopping wood until the map expands some more. Once it's daytime, you'll probably start to get hungry, so it's time to use the 100% legit information I gave you and slaughter all these animals. Animals like bunnies only drop morsels, which doesn't fill your hunger bar that much, but animals like wolves and bears will give you steak, which does actually fill your hunger bar a lot. So make sure to go out there and kill all the wolves and bears you can. Once you kill the animals, you have to stuff the meat into your sack and bring it back to your campfire to cook. After you're done eating, you'll most likely come across the pelt trader over here. At first, he'll ask you for a bunny foot, which is pretty easy to get from a bunny, and once you do get it, you'll be able to trade it for a better item. Out of these 3 though, you want the spear. Trust me on this, because after the bunny foot, foot, the pelt trader will start asking for wolf pelt, which means you can go and use the spear to kill wolves easier and get the wolf pelt to trade for an even bigger, juicier sack. Now that's what I call investment capitalism. After you upgrade your stuff, it's finally time to go out and actually explore. There's a bunch of places that you'll come across, like a plane over here, which is based off the one from the real-life story, a few watchtowers, tree houses, cabins, and fishing houses, and even a basketball court for you to shoot greens in. Along the way, the items that you want to look out for are coal, fuel canisters, broken fans, microwaves, revolver, and rifle ammo, and also healing items like bandages and medkits. Once you're done exploring for the time being, you can actually start saving these kids. The first kid is pretty easy to save. Just kill these 5 wolves, get the key from the last wolf, open the door, walk in, and literally kidnap this kid away from his safe home. Yeah, I really see the appeal in this game. Then take the kid back to your campfire and throw him onto the ground. He'll start to set up his little tent, and once he does, your days will start to go by faster, helping you achieve your goal of surviving 99 nights in the forest. See what I did there? After that's done, it'll probably be day 3 to 4 for you, which is when it starts raining. Rain by itself isn't that bad. All it does is wear your campfire out a bit more than usual and make it so that all your logs are wet and unusable. But the real danger is later on when the thunder comes. I swear to God, this thunder has actual aimbot. I could just be chilling, trying to kill a few animals, and that thunder would come down at the worst time and just delete half my health for no reason. God, I hate when that happens. But after you brave the weather, it'll probably be day 5 for you. You'll get this eerie message that something evil will approach your camp tonight, and the message ain't wrong, bro, because at nighttime some cultists will show up at your base to try and game end you. But don't worry, there's only 2 of them for now, so you can pretty easily dog walk them with your spear. After you're done killing them, you can throw their bodies into the fire and your bed and wait until it turns day again. When it does become daytime, you'll probably realize that there's a crafting bench that was at your camp this whole time. You can craft a bunch of stuff with it, like a map, a bed, a bear trap, a log wall, and even later on when you upgrade your crafting table, you'll be able to craft stuff like a teleportation machine and a respawn capsule. Very realistic. Now that you realize there's a crafting bench, you should probably start putting it to use by building your base. In the future, you'll be able to deploy things like bear traps, but for now, a basic set of walls will do just fine. Then after all that, the game starts to become automatic. Sure, there's new biomes, new items, and stuff like that, but the core gameplay loop is the same. Walk, scavenge, kill, kidnap, repeat. Your brain will start to shut off as everything becomes automatic. Days start passing by even faster. Eventually, you reach day 50, 60, 70, 99, 150, 200. What are you even playing for at this point? You've already survived 99 nights in the forest, yet you're continuing to enslave and loot this forest for its resources. How can you tell me with a straight face that you aren't the villains here? Eventually, though, you will get overwhelmed when you aren't paying attention, and you'll lose all your progress in the past hour and a half of your life. You killed all those animals, kidnapped and enslaved all those kids, and destroyed the forest's entire ecosystem for what? Just for you to die an embarrassing death. Face it, you're the villain in 99 Nights in the Forest, and everything that's trying to kill you is the good guys. So what did we learn today, kids? That you should subscribe. My mom says I can't reach 20,000 subscribers, so prove her wrong.